Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome along to YouTube channel for Sim Racing Bible. Hope you all had a good Saturday so far. Today we're back in RaceRoom. Now, I did have an original plan to run something in iRacing, but iRacing was not letting me do that. So we're in RaceRoom today. We're going to give ourselves a chance of actually getting up and running on the RaceRoom ranked servers. So we're going to go through that a little bit more, what it is, and then see how we can progress our journey through the RaceRoom career rankings. So every month I think they refresh the different tracks and car combos available within the ranked servers, and so therefore we get a chance to try new things and race against other people in a fairly safe and controlled manner. So we're going to do a little bit of that this evening and see how we get on. So let's jump into the game here and we'll have a look at what we have available to us as far as the competitions that are out there at the moment. So here we have on the main homepage for RaceRoom, so daily ranked races. So basically what this means is the more you race and the safer you race and the better you race, you earn a ranking point, and you actually end up getting a better reputation, a better rating as a driver on the overall kind of leaderboard of driver ability, if you like. So the way you start off with, you go in the rookie races basically, is just to kind of get yourself up and running and then obtain some ratings as you go. That way you can get to a certain level before you start getting into the slightly harder and higher up races as well. So as you can see here, the rookie races, you got the Audi Sport TT Cup, you have some GT4 stuff, we have the BMW M235 Racing Cup car, Portimao, Suzuka and Falkenberg being the racing venues. So fixed setups on these ones, 25 minutes of practice, 8 minutes of qualifying, and then 15-minute races for each of them. And they rotate permanently, so they're constantly going from practice to qualifying to race and then back to practice again, and you're just constantly rolling over. So it's a good way of getting constant races under your belt, learning to race against other people if you haven't done online racing before, and generally just getting a feel for racing within the RaceRoom simulation. From there, once you've got yourself up to a level which is satisfactory, should we say, you can then progress up to these next ones here. So you can see the DTM class are running at Lausitz Ring, and the Touring Classics and Group 2 Sirocco at Brands GP require a minimum reputation of 75. So you gain reputation from the races you do here, and then if you're over this level here, you can enter these races as well. The same applies for the 80 requirements for these ones here. And they also do a weekly ranked event, which is just a one-off race which they do, and they split into splits depending on how many people are actually entered for it. And this one is running the Touring Classics again at Brands GP with the Sirocco as well. So quite interesting to see what this is like. Obviously we have iRacing, which has quite a advanced competition system, whereas everything that is racing online affects your overall safety rating and your general I rating, which they call, which is measure of your ability supposedly. So it's going to be interesting to compare the two, just to see how they go hand in hand, but also just to kind of see if it actually does make people behave a little bit better on track. So public lobbies within sim racing, we know, are quite what's the word, dangerous, I suppose. So you'd a bit of a mixed bag. So you'd go into a race on a public server and you don't know whether you're going to get a really good clean race or whether you're going to just be smashed off and destroyed and have no fun. So hopefully these ranked races allow you to have some more clean racing going on. So just to show you here, so if we go into the portal section on RaceRoom, this is my profile here, you go to the ranked multiplayer section. As you can see, I have not done any ranked races whatsoever, and shame on me for not doing so, because I think it's probably going to be quite fun. But here you can see your races that you've entered along the side down here, the rating that you've received from those races, your reputation you've received, finishing position percentage, and incident points as well, just to see how safe you are on track. Now I believe that reputation is also affected by, if you say were involved in a first lap accident and you just quit the server, that's going to have a negative effect on your rating. So you really got to stick with it and go the course. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this all works out here. So let's go into the multiplayer section and just see where we're up to in terms of sessions. So when you load in here, obviously there's some filters at the top, various things like full or empty rooms, private or closed sessions. But these two here are the ones you want to be looking at. So only ranked. So if you want to just do a ranked race, you just click that to show all the ranked servers that are available. And then, for me, being the rookie that I am, is only eligible is this one here, which I've ticked, which allows me to view only the ones which I can actually enter and race. So again, down the side here you can see lots of different servers available, some European ones, some South American, some American, North American stuff, and some Oceania ones as well. So that basically means that you have better lag. So if you're in that part of the world, you kind of tend to want to join those particular servers so that you actually don't have what's called lag and there's cars jumping all over the place and just ruins the experience for everyone. So we're going to try and jump in some of these European rooms here and see how we get on. Now they're all closed sessions because they're in qualifying and race mode. So there's a practice here which is GT4s at Suzuka, so we're going to jump in there and see how we get on. Now I've only got the Lotus Evora, so we're going to run that one. Liveries. I'm going to go with the Cyan Racing one because that looks quite cool. So we'll load in. So we're at Suzuka. Circuit I've driven quite a little bit in sim racing. Probably not one of my favourite circuits if I'm being completely honest, but nevertheless it's a good circuit and we can probably have some good racing around here as well. And the GT4 cars are quite good on RaceRoom, so hopefully we can be competitive with our little Lotus. And again, I haven't really driven this car, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen here? This is fixed setup, so I don't have to worry about that at all. So, 4 minutes left of practice. I better go turn some laps. So there we go. Incident point limit set to 40. Ratings are visible on your profile page. Bad behaviour may result in a ban from ranked servers who are full game banned for the worst offenders, so we better be on our best behaviour. And then Discord there. So here we go. Let's go out on track and see how we go. So what I can tell with these ranked rooms so far is that they are actually quite popular. There's always people in them, which is excellent news, which means we get a chance to have a race against some other people. Now I've done quite a few streams recently where we've just been doing hot lapping, basically just time trials on track on our own. So this time we're going to get into the position of racing some other cars here. Now this could be a very bad decision, just jumping into the car straight away and trying to race a whole load of other people, but let's see if we can be safe for the first one and just see what happens. I'm not too worried about where I qualify for this one. I'm just going to try and keep it all together on the island and out of everybody else's doors and panels and things, and just make sure that we're not ruining everyone else's race. So up towards the hairpin here. Tricky little kink, that one. You never quite know if you can take it flat or not. It very much depends on the car. Down this middle straight, but isn't really a straight. This is usually kept flat out, but a little bit of a wobble there just to get the car in into this very tricky double left. Let's try and do this without running off track somewhere, because the last thing we want to do is get in the incidents on our license, so to speak. If you are joining us today, you may have seen the news already, but sad news from the world of motorsport with the passing of commentator legend Murray Walker. He is very much responsible for gaining the interest of motorsport fans all around the world with his enthusiastic style for commentary, and of course there's many Murrayisms, his famous quips that he's said during his broadcast, so he is going to be very much missed in the world of motorsport. But he made it to 97, which was a very good good innings, so yeah, we'll sadly miss Murray Walker, as I sadly missed that apex. Just as well as his practice, huh? Okay. Pay more attention, you're in a ranked server, Phil. Come on. Oh dear. I'm going to be talking to the clerk of the course after this. Well, we still haven't set a lap, and because it's a big old Grand Prix circuit, we've got a fair amount of tarmac to cover before we can get round and try again. But we're learning more about the car as we go. So GT4 cars then are not as heavily modified as you would see with the GT3 cars, which are very much thoroughbred out and out GT sports cars. These are highly converted from road cars, but still with some aspects of that, of the road carness basically left in, just to keep costs down, etc. But just like with most modern GT racing, there's a BOP attached, so cars are trying to be kept as closely matched and balanced as possible. But I do like the sound of this little Lotus Evora. It's V6. Sounds pretty cool. We'll take first gear through there. So we have 8 seconds left to practice. We're not even going to get a lap in, so qualifying is going to be it. So let's see if we can set ourselves a decent lap. Definitely be braking earlier for the first corner on my flying lap. My traction control kicking in there. I might have to turn that down a little bit. We'll see how we get on. I do wonder if I'm going to be one of the few Lotuses. Oh no, there's a few Lotuses in here. Oh, mostly Lotuses in fact. 15 cars on the grid so far. Should be enough for a bit of a giggle. Right, qualifying time. Let's go out there, set ourselves a lap. Got ourselves good road position there, straight out. Now we just need to put it all together. Let's turn traction control down a little bit. This is where I instantly regret that decision by throwing it off. I have no idea where we're going to end up after all of this. I'm just going to try and hopefully qualify respectively. Try and keep it out of harm's way if we can. Gained ourselves a little bit of space behind. There was someone a bit closer up. I don't know whether he had an off through Degner 1 and 2 because he seemed to disappear around there, but it's okay. Just means more space on track for us. Such a tricky corner, that one. You really are kind of trying to balance it through there. Not easy at all. Speaking of not easy corners, 130R is heading our way, so don't take this flat out. Bit of a break. Just about. Okay. Stop for the very tight chicane. And then here we go. On to our first flying lap. We've got 5 minutes left in the session. Now we must get it stopped for first corner. And for our braking points, 150, 100. Yeah, about that. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, we're on our way. Just trying to feather the throttle a little bit through there. These corners just go on forever. Not a brilliant run through there, I don't think, but we're okay. Car's squirming under brakes going into there. Felt like I'm on the brakes too early through there, but we'll give it another go. How did that happen? Too bad. Definitely first gear through there, I reckon. Yeah, it's having to lift out of the throttle just a shade, just to prevent us from running off the circuit through that. That's a lap time disallowed. Ugh. Oop, looks like I'm not the only one. What was that about being safe and secure on track? You get too excited to just go for it and you think, yeah, I'm going to go all out and get a good lap in here, and then something like that happens. Oh well, we've got a target to aim for now. Let's see if we can gain some space on these guys. Just going to try and give myself a bit of room. So another area to watch. So we've got first corner, kind of got through there okay. Now we need to be aware of the spoon curve. Right, 100 board. Not too bad again through there. Definitely the 100 board is the place for braking so far. A little patient through there, just on the throttle, and up the hill here as well. Definitely feel like I'm losing a bit of time to the guy ahead through there, but see if we can make it up elsewhere. We have gained a little bit of time back there. Purple sector, that's good. Out of a hairpin once again. Now, don't mess this one up this time. Managed to keep it flat there as well, which is better. Got a line in. Get it braked earlier. It's better. Tickle the throttle just a little bit. Wait, wait, wait. And here we go. It's a better run. Good stuff. Right. Technically 3 corners to go. 130R on the chicane. Let's keep it all together. Go. Meter through there. Maybe left a bit of time on the table through there, but drive for the line. 2:15 to beat. Can we do it? 2:14 with P2. Okay. Can we improve on that? I wonder. I'm sure we can. Flames spitting from the car ahead. Try not to let that distract me too much, no matter how cool it is. Oh, he's off. Really? Okay, so maybe that's point 1 covered there, that ranked rooms don't necessarily mean safer rooms. Yeah, we'll just turn around by driving backwards down the track. Okay, so we're 2/10 off the fastest there, but we are lining up second on the grid, so hopefully we can be away from some of the trouble. So we'll go to grid. And here we go, our first ranked race on RaceRoom. How is this going to transpire? What are we going to get from here? Place your bets as to where we're going to finish in the chat. I think if I can hold station and remain second, that'll be a nice start for the evening. But it'd be nice to get a win too, I think. Okay, everyone's lined up, ready to go. There we go, reaching for all the lights. Bad start. Gonna lose a spot here potentially. There's one. Audi's gone for it. Oh, I got mugged. Ooh, hello. Ooh. Okay, easy boys. It's only turn one. Okay. So, ranked rooms are not safe. Let's just try and pick our way through as safely as we can and try and avoid some of the carnage which is happening already in front. There's some first corner heroes. Ooh, one off in the gravel. It's our leader. Okay, so we should be quicker than all these guys, hopefully. So, ooh, and there's two gone. Glad they had that accident without me. Two to go. Can we get them? Now these are only 15-minute races, so maybe that's why people are going a little bit crazy. But it also means we've got to get our skates on and try and recover some of this ground here. Well, that's going to help. One guy off. Running wide, going back on, running into people, back off again. Dear me, it's madness. I think we need to get our ratings up a little bit and get out of these rookie series maybe. Okay. Well, despite... Oh, there we go. There goes P1. Totally missed the chicane. Where's he going to join back in? Is this going to spear me or not? Don't know. Okay. Well, we survived-ish. And we've got ourselves a healthy 2-second gap over the cars behind. Let's try and keep it that way. Black lines everywhere. So it's in these situations here where you are out in front, don't have much in the way of pressure behind, nothing to focus your attentions on in front, and it's very easy in this situation to completely switch off and just kind of relax and think, oh yeah, I've got this in the bag, I can just take my time and cruise on home to the win. But the moment you start doing that, that's when mistakes start creeping, so you've got to keep pressing on as you would do normally. Obviously mitigate some of the risks, but we can probably do okay out of this, I think. We just need to keep our heads, keep it nice and smooth. Definitely quicker through the hairpin, and we pulled a huge chunk of time on them that time. Down to the difficult one. Get it stopped early, turned in nice and easy. Let it breathe through the corner. Wait, wait, wait. Bit of understeer going on, so I'm just trying to play with the throttle to try and see where the grip is and how quickly we can get that power down again. But so far it's not going too badly. We've got a 3.5 second gap. What a nice little car this Evora, actually, really. I think if we had the option to play with the setups, we might be able to dial out some of that understeer, but in general it's not too bad. So what we'll do as well after this is finish this race, we'll go and check how our rankings look. I think fastest lap, we'll take that. See if it stays that way. Definitely a rhythm part of the track, this one. Gets progressively slower as you go through those S's as well, before you build back up the speed going up the hill. Such a quick corner, that first part of the Degnas. Degna 1, Degna 2 is quite tricky to get it stopped because you're carrying so much speed to that first bit. To the hairpin we go again. So we've got our 4-second gap now. Let's dial out a little bit more traction control and just see what happens here. Still seems to be a bit restricted. So these GT4 cars, a lot of them will be running traction control just because they're designed for the gentleman driver, someone who doesn't really have that much experience in motorsport. So it's designed to be as user-friendly as possible. Even if sometimes when you're running the traction control it just makes it a little less quick on the track. A bit lazy through there then, I overslowed it a touch. So there we go, can we get a quicker lap this time round? Yes we do, a 2:13.9. Tyres are nicely up to temperature now as well. This is a little bit too quick in that second part. Trying to be a little bit smoother with my inputs because so far it's been a bit stabby on the throttle. So trying not to shock the car too much in what I'm doing, keeping it smooth as possible. Go, felt nicer through there that time. Can we go any quicker than a 13.9, I wonder? It's our challenge for the rest of this race. We've got nearly 7 minutes left. Already halfway through. So what I don't know at this point is how much you actually gain from reputation. So if I were to win this race here, I don't know how much that will gain me, whether it's a set amount or whether it depends on where you've come from in the grid or how you've got there and things like that. So that we will find out together as we go. The line we go again. What have we done this time round? Yep, 13.6. We're getting quicker every lap, which is good. Come on. Definitely not enough time to shift up to 4th through here. Let's leave it in 3rd. I do wonder if I'm carrying any effects of the beating that I took into turn 1 and 2. Probably more than that as well, and 3. Now the one thing that RaceRoom ranked servers do seem to miss in terms of feature is maybe some kind of safety rating. So we saw how aggressive everyone was at the start there, almost as if it doesn't matter if you smash into other cars, etc. So maybe if there's some kind of safety rating, that might alleviate some of those little errors. But nonetheless, we've managed to survive it. It's tucked in early this time. Too early on the throttle. So the guy in second place is slowly reeling us in just a little bit, but we've only got 4 minutes left, so hopefully we can retain our position. So to keep it consistent, keep it smooth. Nearly overshot the chicane, just about got away with it. Gap's ebbing and flowing just a little bit as well, so we'll see. There we go, so he's just taken the fastest lap for 13.1. So he is a little bit quicker than us at the moment, so consolidation mode is what we're in at the moment, just keep it neat. There's a chance that him pushing on quite hard might cause him to go off track, and that'll bring the advantage back to us again. But yeah, he's certainly got a good turn of pace on. To go. A little better out of there. So what we'll try and jump into if we can once this one's done, we'll go try the other sessions which have the Audi TT Cup car, because that has an extra dimension to it in the terms of push to pass. So we might go and explore that if we can. If not, we'll jump in and do another GT4 race. But we'll first of all we'll check out what kind of rating this will give us. So it also bears in mind how often you compete in races like this. So the more you compete, you have a participation bonus, I suppose, if you like. So the more you race, the better it is. But if you do end up not racing for a while, your ratings will slowly trickle down again. So got to keep active on it. towards Degners once again. Big curve on the inside. Missed that by a country mile. Didn't get it down to first gear for one. But it's okay, we only got 15 seconds left in the session, so by the time we get to the line we should be seeing a checkered flag waving for us. Just a bit of Ayrton Senna stabbing at the throttle trying to find grip there. There wasn't any. Checkered flag out this time round. And there we go. We are about to win our first ranked race on RaceRoom. Just like that. Okay, so that wasn't entirely plain sailing. We did have a few moments to deal with, but luckily for us, people decided to throw it off track and help us get back to the front again, so that was very fortuitous. I do like how we've got a cool down lap as well, which is nice. Adds a little bit more to it. I mean, if you just kind of go through the finish line and it just takes you straight back to the menu, it's just no realism in that, so it's nice to have a bit of a cool down lap and wait for everyone else to finish. So, bit of a stutter there. So what do I think of the Lotus Evora then? It's actually quite nice. Did quite enjoy driving that. It has a little understeery characteristic to get used to, but in general it's quite a nice drive actually. There's plenty of movement underneath you, so you can actually feel what's going on with the tyres underneath you and everything like that. So there, everyone's leaving the server. I do love the sounds in this game. It's just so good. He's just listening to the pop and crackle on the overrun. Try again. There's just so much depth to the sounds, which is really, really cool. So there we go. Winner, it says, in our Swedish liveried Lotus Evora. So we didn't have the fastest lap. Mr. Raki had the quicker lap of everybody. A little bit of damage to the car, someone braking my car. And there we go, we're on the podium in first. So surrounded by BMWs. Did Lotus proud. Crazy. Right, okay, let's jump out of here and see how that affects our ratings. It doesn't give us a reading straight away, so let's go back to our portal and see what it says on here. Ranked multiplayer. And there we go. So, start position 2, finished first. Incident points 5. Yeah, we had a few incident points. So 14 drivers. Rating is plus 41. Okay. Reputation is up 5.1. So we have a rating of 1541 and a reputation of 75. So I think you already start on a level of reputation depending on, you know, depending on how you get on, that will go up or down. So essentially what that means, we've done one race, that means we can jump straight into one of the other ones. But we'll do some more just to see a good cross section of all the races that we can do here. So now I've got eligible ticked. what else does that give us? So there we go, so the Touring Classics one is now up there. Now these ones run less frequently, so I believe they run on the half hour, so let's... Yeah, so that was 15 minutes ago or so. So we'll jump into, I'll try and do an Rally Sport Cup one, but what I'll need to do first is make sure that I've actually got a push to pass button set on my wheel, because otherwise we could be going backwards very quickly. I have got one set, but I don't know what that is, so I was going to set it to that. There we go. Okay, let's so find a server. There we go, that one there, it's an Oceania one though, so I don't particularly want to do that because I'll have a really high ping, but there's only one person in there. Or do we do another GT4 one? The thing is, I don't want to jump into a GT4 one and then miss out on jumping into one of the other ones. So, okay. How long have these ones got? So this one's in a race, it's got 10 minutes left. That one's in a race, in qualifying, it's got 6 minutes left. I can't join that one though, because it's in qualifying. It's a pain. Okay, well maybe we'll just jump back into here then. Take our overall. We'll go with Phil Blue's car. This one, it's the red and white and gold kind of gold leaf colours. So we'll go with that one for a change and see how we get on with this one. Do we set a lap for qualifying? Do we just jump straight in and work our way through from the back? See what that does for our ratings. Yeah, maybe not. That might just be a bit too dangerous. But yeah, gotta try these things sometimes maybe. Alright, we're loaded into the session. 4 minutes left of practice. So just to check, we can't change anything apart from brake bias. Do we... it's quite far forward. Do we move that further back a little bit maybe? Brake pressure's on 100 as well. Yeah, let's go out and try that with that brake bias turn back. Oh, KTM, nice. BMWs definitely seem to be quite a popular choice in GT4. So we know our lap time potential around here being a 13.6. Let's see if we can get anywhere near that or go quicker. Feels like an awful lot more grip than there was last time. I don't know if that's just me or not though. Someone's off in the gravel. Diagonal one. Clout the curb. Oh yes, traction control's back up again, so we'll turn that down to 4 again. Seemed to work okay. Just hear it rumbling in the background as we went through Degner 2. Don't want any of that interference. Oh. KTM had a moment. So the good thing is there's always people on running these sessions, so there's a good chance he'll always have someone to race against, or someone to be in a race with at least. Turned in way too early for that one, had to turn out again. Don't want to go down to first gear if I can help it through here. Second would be much nicer. Okay, so now we've got our eye in. We should hopefully be able to put a lap time straight on the board here. You'd like to think, anyway. Okay, down to turn 1. A little bit of sliding midway through there. What I was saying about the additional grip that I thought there was. No, there isn't. All an illusion. Must be just brand new tyres out of the box. Part of this is also down to figuring out how much track you can use. So tight, that hairpin. It really is. Go. Right. So far so good. It's been a reasonably clean lap. Let's come into some traffic in front of us as well. The end of practice. We're going to jump into qualifying in a second. Let's see if we can get this lap time in first. Bang on the money, 13.6 once again. Well, at least we're consistent. Still got to be some more time with that. I mean, the guy behind us, I know he's in a BMW, which may be a bit quicker, but with that 13.1, so we'll see. The only person that's done a lap time in practice, so makes me a winner. My friend's back in here still. So let's see if we can get ourselves a good lap time here. Now, I know it's a fixed setup, but we can change the fuel level. Can we take this out? Let's see if that makes a difference. Violent bit limiter. Well, got a little bit of space around us, which is nice. Hopefully the guys ahead don't trip over each other or slow themselves up so that they come back to us, or one's already off. 3 left. To see whether the fuel does make a difference, and we must make sure we put it back in again before we go racing, otherwise we'll only have 4.5 laps worth of fuel, which will not be enough. Ooh, more dirt. Lively on the rear end that time. Catch up too much if we can avoid it, but we don't have an awful lot of time in the session, so don't want to glitch then. But yeah, don't want to ruin our chances of, if we don't get this first lap in, that we can't get another one. So kind of want to press on a little bit. should have a far enough distance away from the guy ahead to not have any issues, hopefully. Straddling that curb slightly. Here we go. Ready to start our hot lap. What would be awful right now is for someone to come out of the pits in front of us, but they don't, so we have a clear start of this one. Been there a bit quick, but got away with it. All out for qualifying where possible. A good old attack. Just trying to get absolute maximum out of the car. We might end up catching this guy ahead. Should be unfortunate. Hopefully we can catch him at a decent point and maybe get a move done. Or we just hold this right up. Let's see if we can get down the inside into spoon maybe. It's just ruining everything for us. So we've got 3 minutes left. Let's go back out of this. We have some space behind. Let's let him go. Hopefully we can really give ourselves enough space so that we don't catch him. Okay, should be enough. Let's try again. 3 minutes to go. Got almost the full length of the pit straight in front of us, so we should be clear. 2:13.1, yeah, so it's going to be a quick time to beat. Trying to be as neat as possible through there. Have to wait to get the power down. Definitely felt quicker through there, that's for sure. 10th up on our last time through. This is where our trouble started with the traffic. To kind of get out of the throttle too early on the power there. We're okay. Nice purple sector, that will help. Doesn't feel like a bad lap. Let's see what the time says. Boom, 2:12.8. That'll do me. Now we just need to go back to the pits. Oops, I should run off track there, that didn't help. Right, let's I'm gonna put some fuel back in. So we're running 2-minute laps, 15 minutes to go, so put 9 laps of fuel in just to be safe. So that should be less than what it was in the tank last time, so hopefully we can save some weight that way. That's qualifying done. Just need to sort out my starts now. That was a horrific start last time. 12 cars on the grid this time round. Am I the only Lotus? I am the only Lotus on the grid. Doing this one for Norfolk. Here we go. Okay, nail the start, that's what we need to do. And then try and keep it clean into the first corner. Maybe. Oh, hiccups. Yeah, I'm expecting some more first corner madness, I'm going to be honest. Here we go. First gear. Let's try and get a decent amount of clutch slip. No, bogged again. Yeah. Okay, so far. Let's see if we can put the pressure on the BMW in front of us. We're through there much cleaner than last time. All over him so far. Let's see if we can get a good race with him. Much cleaner start to the race. That's what we like to see. Let's put some pressure on here. See how he deals with it. I thought to be a little bit patient here. I'm going to try and force the issue too early on. It's come back to us a little bit through there, which is good. Good 2-second gap back to P3. Not using all the road there. This is better, we have a bit more of a race going on. A nice straight 6 in front of us. Nice bit of mid-engine handling through the S's. curbs. There's a bit too much of a curb strike there. Unsighted by the big BM in front. Massive understeer through there that time. He's a little bit ragged through there. It's going to stay in his mirrors here and just try and distract where we can. Try and pick our moment, see where he's maybe not quite so quick. See where we can make a move potentially. Definitely didn't seem to be very quick through the chicane. Just the two of us up front. Better run to that last part there, but got a decent amount of momentum up the hill. Definitely quicker through there. Turn the traction control up, down a little bit more. Oh, he's running very wide, he's off onto the grass. Could this be our chance to make a good run out of here? I'm trying. Gotta go get that BM. I know how quick those BMs are, Gareth. A bit of a feint at the inside there. Here's our chance, maybe. Get a good run out of there. Yeah, he's defended. So far he's withstanding it, got 8 minutes left to go. I can afford to be a little bit creative with how I do this, so fastest lap there, we'll take that. Come on. Tight through there just a little bit, just to open this next bit up. It's a better run. No, these are real life people, Kaz. Actually racing against people for a change. Okay. That went Larry. Got to control that. So far, so good for the guy ahead. He's doing a solid job. I just put the knockers on him and had a big slide into that. Come on, little Lotus. You can do this. Just dropped me to the tune of about 7/10, so to close that back up again. Like I was a half decent lap, we've gained a couple of tenths on him through there though. Yep, 12.8. Ooh, got a wheel on the curb then. We know that corner well, don't we, Gaz? Too many bad memories through that. Well, bad and good memories. Nope. Ah. Oh well. Oh, I was pushing on. Never mind. 4 minutes left. We'll bring this home. Let's see what this does from our ratings anyway. Dear. Yeah, it's fixed anyway. No, it was good fun. Gareth and I in GT Academy National Finals down at Brands Hatch for a couple of days of competition. It was a good laugh. It's good to be part of the top 20 in the country. I ended up finishing, I think it was 7th in the end, something like that. Maybe having that traction control turned down that much was a step too far through the Dagners. It's alright, P2 will suffice for now. Keep pushing on just in case he has a moment too. Applying the pressures of the BM in front. The idea was not to put the pressure on me and take me off the track, but that's alright. A little bit too Roy on the throttle out of there, too keen. Despite losing a bit of time, we're actually gaining something back on him somehow. In very small amounts, but it's alright. Two minutes to go, see this through to its conclusion. Drag my poor Lotus across the line with its crumpled bonnet. Try and limit the number of incidents we have. Speaking of GT4 action, this week we're going to try and endeavour to put a video together of the new McLaren on iRacing. They just released the 570S. It's part of the GT4 package of cars on the iRacing service, so that was our intention, to give that a try out tonight. But iRacing wasn't working for me in the way that I needed it to, so we'll put together a video and give our thoughts on the McLaren, compare it against some of the other GT4 machines in iRacing, namely the M4 and the Cayman, of course. It's always nice to have extra GT cars to play with on iRacing. We know that it's one of the most popular forms of racing on iRacing itself. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll post our thoughts online. This will be the last lap, and then we're going to try and jump in some Audi TTs, because I want to give that car a rep just to see what it's like. Oh no, not more incidents, we don't need that. Slow down penalties, okay. I'm going to give back some time. Okay. So it only relieves time when you're actually off throttle, so that's interesting. You can't just go down to half throttle and expect the slowdown to go away. Porsche GT4 is OP. It drives away from the Mac on a straight line. Okay. If it drives in a better, both similar kind of chassis setups in terms of mid-engine. So it'll be interesting to compare how the two drive through the corners if the straight line speed is not there in the Macca, but we'll see. There we go, P2. Let's see if we can go back to the... Can we escape out of this, or do we have to wait and watch us drive around? Drive around all the way around. Yes, slightly rearrange the front on that. But we had a good race at the start there. It was going quite nicely. It's a shame it didn't boil down the way I would have liked it to. But my first ranked podium, says Mr. Hotman. I had let you pass. New tyre model adds a GT4 to improve the cars. That's good. New tyre models are always good as long as they're an improvement. It's, has always been the case sometimes that new tyre models come out and then the overall balance of the car is totally different, or it just doesn't drive as well as it maybe once did. So if it's an improvement, that's always nice. Automobilista. Is his real name, I wonder? Come on, I want to get into the next server. Give me a chance. If not, if we can't get into an Audi TT, we'll just go straight for the Scirocco and take it on the Group A chase around Brands Hatch, because we should have enough rating to be able to do that now, hopefully. Can we push escape here? Oh, escape to go to results, right. Okay. Let's get out of here, let's go. P2. Let's go this way. Right. What options have we got available here now? Our practice is just finishing now. Yeah, let's go jump into it. It's the worst that can happen. Go with this one. Go with that green one. server switching sessions missed out. Shame. Okay, let's give that a refresh then. Actually, before we do that, let's just have a look, see what happened, what damage happened there with my off. Could have ranked. Yeah, lost a position obviously because I qualified on pole, but reputation is now at 79, rating improvements. Going up, finishing positions going down, some points going down. Yeah, okay. It's quite cool to see the stats on there. So, what have we got? It's an Alpine livery. Yes, that would be nice. I do like the Alpine livery on F1. It does look very nice, very smart. Okay. I don't want to do another GT4. Okay. Can I join it? Let's do it. Let's try it again. No. Right. Well, in that case, then we'll jump in here. It's got some practice to go. What's the time now? It's yeah, we've got about 10 minutes until things kick off on the Touring Classics race here. So we're going to go Group 2. Let's choose our Sirocco. Some nice retro liveries in here, which I like. I'm a big fan of both of these silver ones, silver and blue. I think it's going to be the go. I'm going to go with this one. So Group A we're going to be up against here. So the Group A cars consist of the 635 CSI, BMW M3 E30, the Turbo Brick, the Volvo 240 Turbo, and then the ultimate Group A car, which just destroyed everyone, the R32 GTR. So it'll be interesting to see how the Group 2 Sirocco compares in terms of pace against some of these other cars. Oops, not that one. Timing. No one's done any lap times, and we're all in Siroccos. Okay. That works. Instant point set to 30. We'll try not to go above that. So we go from rear-wheel drive GT to front-wheel drive touring cars. A Brands Grand Prix circuit. Yep, pit lane speed limit is a bit further along than I remember it. Okay, listen to this. Oh man, love the noise of this thing. Almost just don't want to change gear, just want to leave it in that high rev band just to listen to it for longer. So good. Now we're on Brands GP circuit here. So I'm hoping that we can get a few people on this, and that the level of racing should be a step above where we were in the rookie leagues. We have a good amount of time to get used to these cars on the track. Ooh, no, didn't like going into second gear there. This is an open setup session as well, so we may need to do some tweaking. Oh, it sounds so good. Very tricky corner clearways. It drops off in the middle of it, so you have to be careful of washing off onto the gravel on the outside. Okay, let's see what kind of lap times we can post in this thing. There's an apex there somewhere, but I didn't find it. I'm surprised there's not more people running the Group A cars actually. Maybe because the Sirocco is just that good. Now we're going to compare on the first split. purple. Catching up another guy just in front of us here. We've got a couple of cars on track, which is nice. Now this thing, I remember from driving it on the hill climb stage, is quite chuckable, so we might see what we can do in terms of pushing the limits on this thing. Oops, someone's pushing limits. We have a flag up front. Yep, it's definitely found them. We don't get bought too badly in this final corner. The top, see you later. There you go, setting our lap time in P2. Wasn't the greatest helical bend I've ever taken. Doesn't like third gear through that. I'll try these things. This chap behind is going to be like, well, why is he overtaking me? He's not that quick. Feisty. It's quite a nice layout of Brands Hatch. They've done quite a good job of this. We've had Brands Indy in RaceRoom for quite a while now, but they've only just released the Grand Prix circuit. Well, I say only just released, but only recently released it. Got to be careful on these gears. I'm going to lose them if I'm not careful. This guy behind us just following just to kind of get an idea of where to go quicker. So let's try and neaten this up a bit. Or just go off track. That's fine. Try and get this one right. This one's quite important. Definitely got to be more careful on my rev matching on my downshifts, that's for sure. Take a bit more speed through there possibly. Ooh. Here's the off track. So I don't know whether it's just between gears there or not, because it's too high for second gear. Bump down to third. No. There we go. Not so much runoff on the outside this time. Felt like a better first sector. Let's see what this does on the times. Yep. Oh. Now we had a purple sector in the first sector last time, but lost it in the next two, so let's see if we can pick up some of that time through here. Chucked it in there a little bit. Oof. Right on the edge. Purple middle sector as well, that's better. Yeah, I think third gear through there is the way forward. Time going to be around here, straight to the top of the timesheets. By 3/10, well nearly 4/10 actually. Yeah, not a place to lift off here and through Panicle Bend. Okay, what can we change on this Rocco? Oh, my shoulder. Right. Brake pressure's at 95. Not just dead, put that up again. To see what happens. Spring rates, tire pressures, which we can change. So I put these down a little bit. What need to do? Let's click those down just a touch, just see what happens there. Rebounds, cambers we can change, anti-roll bars obviously. Rear anti-roll bars. Possibly something we could stiffen up just to kind of get the rear a bit more lively. We might soften off the front one just a little bit just to gain some traction and see what happens. Oh, we've been bumped down by quite a bit, so we're now P2 in class, so it looks like we've got a Group A car on track, hence the red square around Mr. Kratochville's name. Definitely wouldn't want to leave it on the limiter for too long, especially if you've just had your lunch. Okay, so we've got a 10th to find. I'm sure we can do that. We also haven't taken fuel out here as well. More people joining, which is good. Nice to see. Hopefully we can get a decent grid on here, that'd be nice. Might attract a few more people just purely because this is what the main weekly ranked event's going to be based around. Sheen curve, very tricky carrying speed through there. No, not second gear, third gear through there, not remembered. Just about kept it out of the gravel. Traffic out the pits. Ooh, there's that rear end. It's pushed us on. I'm sure there was a car there a second ago. Did you just bin it? I do love these old touring cars, they're so good. I mean, the natural aspirated noises through the engine sound awesome. Really sounds like it's working hard for its money. Going up to 9,000 RPM, so good. Definitely looser. It might be a little bit too loose. Just like my remembering of third gear through there, it's far too loose. Okay, kept it on the boundaries. Okay, any improvements to the first sector? Nope, and again, changing down too soon. Reasonably close times at the top three, were covered by very little. Got a Group A car just slotted in between me and the quicker Scirocco. Nearly 3/10 off the quickest lap for myself so far. Still trying to learn to drive this car on an actual track. We've driven it on the hill climb course, which is very, very different. Just trying to figure out how we can adapt to this style of driving on a more flowing course. Somehow ended up P1 in the class. I don't know how that worked out. And the Group A cars should be much quicker, and as you can see, 3.2 seconds faster up the road. Too deep through there. Just trying to see just how much I can push through these corners. It's so tempting just to stuff it down a gear into there, and I really shouldn't. Housemeister has entered the game. A great name. It's feeling pretty good through there now. minute left of practice, then we're into some qualifying laps. I've got my brace on again for my shoulder, but it's still giving me no end of trouble. It's definitely so much quicker through there in third. Just got to resist the temptation to shift down. Not a bad lap. Yeah, it's the 10th off what we were doing. I do love this car. It's awesome. Okay. Timing then, let's have a look. So, we've got a Volvo at the top of the times. Got an M, or maybe an M3. There's a couple of different BMs. And a Volvo at the back. No one's taken the GTR, which is interesting. Right, well, let's go back out of here. Let's take some fuel out for qualifying, because we certainly don't need that many laps of fuel. Yeah, 5.2 will do. Not going to go mad. So a 50-minute race again, just like we were in the Evora, in the GT4s. Class A practice results. 6 Group A cars on the grid so far. Well, that'll be what it is because it's now locked going into qualifying. Practice. Ah, we're on the top. Right, qualifying time. Let's get out there as quick as we can and get in front of some of these other cars if we can. Oh no. Well, at least we've got just the one in front of us. Behind as well. Oh, those BMs are going to sound so good. It's going to be interesting as well because the BMs are obviously rear-wheel drive, and we have our little front-wheel drive Siroccos as well, so all the Group A cars are rear-wheel drive, so we'll see maybe some spinning Group A cars to avoid. Let's go. It's very kind of them. Just gotta hope that this BM in front gets a move on. Need some heat in these tyres. Whoa, hello. I know you're an M3 and everything, but that doesn't mean you can barge your way through. Whoa, okay, that's wild. Are you just trying to warm your tyres, or are you just generally out of control? That's what I want to know. If you don't mind, you can have your accident somewhere else. I do love the E30. Such a great car. Missed the apex a little bit, but we're okay. So far not the best of laps. This guy's just using my slipstream here. Very clever. See if we can pull our way through this section. Just want to get a banker lap in here. This is going to be a lap just to get ourselves on the board. We can start pushing for more lap times as we go, but anything just to get a lap time registered is what we need right now. We'll only get quicker when the tyres come up to temperature a bit more, I reckon. Cars everywhere. Again, just trying to be as smooth as possible with the throttle, especially with front wheel drive. P2 in class so far. Very small margin to the guy ahead, 0.54 should I say. It was nice through that. Not so nice through that. Lost a chunk of time. Very much the limit there. Down to third now. Come on, let's get these sectors nailed. And a purple sector in the first sector, which is good. No, the mad BMW's back. It's better through there. Purple middle sector, half a second up. This should be a good lap if I can keep it together. And this BM doesn't dive bomb me, hopefully. He's gone for it. There we go. P1 so far. Good 0.6 to the good. 36 seconds left for anyone to improve. Definitely tyres kicking in help that. Right, let's go put those fuel litres back in. So what times are we doing around here? We're doing minute 42s. So let's see what kind of fuel we're going to put in here. 26 laps is more than enough, isn't it? Okay. That's qualifying done. So I'm going to go back and do my fuel. Come on. Well, so far it's not too bad. Let's go in here. Don't need 26 laps of fuel. 17 in. Should be more than enough. Now, if I couldn't start a rear-wheel drive GT4 car, what chance have I got starting a front-wheel drive Group 2 Sirocco? Okay. Group A cars in front of us. And a whole load of Siroccos behind. Actually, I've got a decent grid, which is nice. So, Panicle Bend is calm and collected. That's what we want. Countdown on the left, 15 seconds. Okay, everyone's in. Gear selected. Here we go, lights are coming on. It's a fair bit of wheel spin, but everyone else seemed to have it too. Guy up the inside here. Got a Volvo off. Okay, we're good. What I should have turned on for this, of course, is crew chief, but that's alright. We'll just persevere and hope that no one dive bombs us. Oh, BM's gone. I do love the Volvo. I think it looks so cool on track. This doesn't look right, but it just looks so right in the same manner. Nice and tidy so far. Which is what we wanted. Greatest of lines through there. This gave us a little bit of daylight, not much. Go, now we're talking. Second to the good. Try and keep these incidents down if we can. We're leading again. Just need to keep our heads together and not get too excited. Keep it nice and calm. Just a clear frame of mind. Minimise the risks on the corners where you know you're going to have a big off if you get it wrong. quicker than them through the last corner there, and the last two corners where we are a little bit quicker. A good run through there, that's for sure. Yellow flag, someone's having a moment up here somewhere. There it is. It's the turbo brick. Too much boost. So good when you get it through there just right, it just drifts just nicely. Catching up a Group A car. Definitely that's corner there on this one. That's where we make up our time. Yep, Volvo's coming back through. Hopefully he's wise and uses his power where it really pays off. Go. It's brought second place right back into this again. Build that gap again. Hopefully we don't have any more interference from Group A cars. Ooh, the edge. A bit close to the edge through Sheen Curve there. Fair play, guy behind is hanging in there. Gaining just a little bit, he's right with us now, there's nothing in it. Definitely pulled some time there. It's good. Oh, he's off into the gravel. Oh, what a shame. He was right with me for a... There, he was giving me a good old run. Sorting of someone off in the gravel. Volvo's off again. Now all of a sudden we have a gap of 3.8 seconds back to second place. Someone left the game. So yeah, it's just, you tip it in there. The wheel is kind of wants to slightly turn the opposite direction, but then instantly pulls it back to the right direction, and you just float on through there. It's just so satisfying. Consistently pulling out time over second place there. 4 minutes to go, 4.5. So far the slick tyres on this thing's holding up quite well. Got a decent amount of grip still. Captain Flatspot sighting. Don't think I've flat spotted anything. Seems to be okay on the old brakes. Welcome along, Osiris. Oh, that wasn't a great corner entry there, that's for sure. Nicer that way. So it's kind of eased off a little bit, maybe. Not taking as many risks. Maybe a couple more laps, possibly. Is he? Okay. That's cool. He's doing well, he's kind of pegged the gap. Yeah, who isn't these days? Yeah, absolutely right. Everyone's doing content of some form. It's a slight correction. Just about held on. Happens when you look at the positions rather than where you're going. No. You're doing so well to avoid shifting down to second through there, and then that's what happens. You take your eyes off the ball for a moment. Silly little mistakes creep in like that. Okay. Potentially the last lap. Doing okay, we've just had the one incident, which is nice. Try and keep those down. I'll try turning a little bit earlier there just to see what happened. Seemed to get through there okay. Wasn't watching what's going on. Forget about these quicker cars coming through. The race is going to be over as we cross the line. So we're on our way to a win in our first proper reputation ranked race. We've had a win in the rookie races. This is our first one where you've had to qualify through some ranking. 5th overall and first in class. Well, that was good fun, even though we had a quieter finish to the race than maybe we would have had if the guy behind us hadn't gone off into the gravel, but nonetheless, that was quite enjoyable driving that thing. Alright. Timing wise, what does it tell us on here? We've got any... So 43.2, Henrik 43.4 quickest. What happened to... where was he? Where's he gone? Klaus Fowler, he was the one right behind us. 43.5. Yes, he really was putting the pressure on, so that was really good. Okay, so don't particularly want to finish until the race is actually done and dusted, because I don't want to just lose that win, if you know what I mean. So I just want to let that tick down a little bit. So far so good. I mean, it's a good thing that RaceRoom are doing these ranked servers, because it gives you something more to kind of go for, rather than just turning up trying to find a random good open public lobby. So having something like this where people are trying to be as clean as possible is always a good thing. So we'll probably do some more of these just to see if we can improve our rankings and just try some other things as well. But hope you've enjoyed watching the video that we've done this evening, and a little bit of an insight into the world of RaceRoom's ranked servers. We're going to check once this is done just to see where our rankings are put. Okay, let's go to results. There we go. Captain Flatspot Digital Racing. Oh, okay, that's what you mean about Flatspot. Okay. Gotcha. There we go. Right, let's see. Let's see what we've done there. So go to the portal, go to our ranked multiplayer. There we go. no position pluses or minuses because we stayed where we qualified. Big increase in rating, 69.7 up there. Reputation gain a little bit more, so we're up to 1641 rating and 83 reputation. So yep, continuing the upward trend, which is nice. So it's good to get 3 races under the belt. The other great thing I like about these is that they're quite short, sharp, snappy races, so you can kind of keep on going and just have races, because I think when you start to head into the more longer duration races, like say 30 minutes and upwards, people start to not really want to commit that amount of time to doing a race. But if it's just a quick 15-minute race, then you can kind of jump in and and just have a good go at it. So I think that's definitely a plus for the service for RaceRoom. So plenty to play with here. We've got some GT3 classes, some WTCR, DTM of course as well, and this changes every so often. So there's always something new to be doing. But there we go. That's going to conclude our stream for the evening. I hope you enjoyed watching along with us. I hope you had fun watching me attempt to drive as cleanly as possible. Not always the case. But if you did enjoy what we've done this evening, please do hit the like button. We really much appreciate it. And consider hitting the red button below to become one of our teammates. The Sim Racing Bible teammates. We don't have subscribers here. We just have teammates. So come and join the team. We will have some fun on track again at some point. We are going to be arranging some online racing, some community racing, so if you're interested in joining us for that, please do keep an eye on our social media channels, our Facebook, our Instagram. That's where we'll be putting out these informations going forward. But until next time, we will see you all very, very soon, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.